Let's read the question. Find the equation of the circle with radius √13 units and touching 2x minus 3y plus 1 equal to 0 at 1, 1. Let us understand this question by taking the figure. This is the first circle and this is the second circle. Both of the circles were touching a line which is 2x minus 3y plus 1 equal to 0 at point 1, 1. So if we draw this figure in the coordinates, so in the coordinates we'll clearly understand that these particular two circles were touching this particular line at the coordinate 1, 1. So this is the question which they gave, and one more thing also they said that the radius of these two of the circles were √13 units. The first circle radius is √13 and also the second circle radius also √13. So now they are asking us to find out the equation of first circle and also equation of the second circle. So let's go forward to find these equations. So I'll write the given. So I can write given that radius of circle, so that I'm just writing as r, which is √13. Okay, so where they are touching a line, right? So I can write touching the line. So let's consider the line as L. So the line I'm writing 2x minus 3y plus 1 equal to 0. So this is the line which is touching the circles. So where it was touching, so I can write at px comma y. So the coordinates I can write it as 1, 1, which was given. So now even if you just consider the centers of first circle and the second circle, the centers will say h comma k. So I can write here, let h comma k be the center of the circle. Alright, I hope this is very clear to you. So now let's find out the slope of this given line. Alright, so I'll write here slope of the line 2x minus 3y plus 1 equal to 0 is the slope. Whenever we have to find out a particular line slope, so I can write that is em is equal to minus a by b. So here m equal to minus a by b. So this particular m I'm just taking m1. Even we have to find the slope of this particular line also, that is c1, the distance between c1 and c2. This is also acting as a line, so that we will be just taking as m2 while finding out that particular one slope. So for the reason this line, as I'm just taking m1 here and finding out the slope. So now here this is exactly looking like a linear equation. If I compare this with the linear equation, that is ax plus by plus c equal to 0, then here I will be getting a value as 2 and b is minus 3 and c as 1. So now here I'll just submit these values and we'll see what do we get over here. So here a is, it was minus a, so I can write minus 2 by, whereas the b is minus 3. So the m1, the slope m, we were getting as minus 2 minus 3, where minus can be cancelled. So the slope we are getting it as 2 by 3. So we got the slope of the line. As I just said, we will just get the perpendicular line, that is c1 c2. So I'll write over here L which is 2x minus 3y plus 1 equal to 0. It is perpendicular to c1 c2, this particular line. Okay, this line is perpendicular to c1 c2. So I'll write here it is perpendicular. So perpendicular to what? c1 c2. So let's find out the slope of this c1 c2 also. So I can write here slope of the line c1 c2 is, so I can write m1 m2 equal to minus 1. So whenever we are just finding out the slope of the particular line, so we will be just taking m1 m2 equal to minus 1, whereas the already we got m1 slope, so we will just submit here so that we'll get even m2 slope. So I can write here simply m2 equal to minus 1 by m1. So now here if we just have to find out m2, I can just submit this m1 slope value. So that is m1 is how much? It was 2/3, which we got above here. So here we got, so I'm just submitting here. So this 3 can go up, so this, the value we are getting it as -3/2. So this is the second slope. So this is m2 equal to -3/2 for the line C1 C2. So here m2 is -3/2. If at all, if we have to find out the both of the theta, so actually here we have to find out the parametric points. So in parametric we already know that in parametric we should find out the cos theta and sin theta, whereas whenever we have to say slope, the slope is representing the tan theta. In such case, I can write this as tan theta equal to -3/2, where of course this is, we can write it was less than 0. So now this tan theta is nothing but a slope. So by using this tan theta, we'll be finding out cos theta and sin theta. So however, we should know one thing, that the theta is in second quadrant. Alright. So now by using this tan theta 3/2, we can just find out cos theta and sin theta. That I'll show you over here. So suppose I'll just make the figure of the triangle, and I'll just take these values, and we will be just finding out cos theta and sin theta. So here is a triangle we could observe here. The value is the tan theta in the sense that is opposite by adjacent, which means if the theta is over here, so definitely we can say that as theta is here, the opposite value is 3 here, and the adjacent it was 2. So we have opposite and adjacent. If at all we have to find out hypotenuse, we can use Pythagoras theorem. So according to Pythagoras theorem, so what we can write, if we write this as ABC, so that is AC square equal to AB square plus BC square. This is Pythagoras theorem. So AB is 2, so this is 2 square, and BC is 3, so this is 3 square. So we can write this as 4 plus 3 square is 9, which is, I can write this as AC square. So here AC equal to 4 plus 9, which is 13, and the square comes to other side, this is root 13. So this AC value we are getting as root 13. So now from this, if I have to write cos theta and sin theta, I can write here sin theta equal to 3/√13, which is opposite by hypotenuse, and the value is positive because in the second quadrant sin theta is positive. Alright. For the next thing is that cos theta we have to find out. So cos theta is -2/√13 because in second quadrant cos theta is negative. So I'll write here the things which are positive in second quadrant. So I can write here the sin theta is positive, whereas the cos theta is negative, and tan theta is also negative, whereas cosec theta is positive, sec theta is negative, and also cot theta is negative. Only sin theta and cosec theta is positive. So for parametric points, we have to get sin theta and cos theta. So sin theta is positive in second quadrant, whereas the cos theta is negative. So now we got these values, sin and cos theta. So let's write forward. So I can write here the parametric points on the straight line. So the straight line is what? C1, C2. So that is, which is at a distance of, so they have, what we got, it was root 13 units from the point P1, 1R. So now we'll just get the parametric points. So for that we can write H equal to x plus r minus r cos theta, and when it comes to k, which is y plus r minus r sine theta. Whereas the x and y values, which is p1 comma 1, which was given, so this is x and y, whereas r is also given, that is root 13. So here I can get this as h equal to 1 plus r minus root 13, whereas the cos theta we just got it as minus 2 comma minus 2 by root 13. So I'll just submit here minus 2 by root 13. This is cos theta. Whereas here also I'll just submit the k value, whereas the y is 1 plus r minus r is root 13, and sine theta we got it as 3 by root 13. So I can write 3 by root 13. So let's cancel this root 13 and root 13 and this root 13, root 13, and now we'll just write the remaining elements, that is h equal to 1 plus r minus, and this is minus 2. So here we'll be getting k as 1 plus r minus, this is only 3. So now if I just take this separately, so let's see what do we get here. H equal to 1 plus or minus 2, or we can also write this as h equal to 1 minus of minus 2. So this I'll be getting h equal to 1 minus 2, where h equal to minus 1, or this is h equal to 1 minus into minus plus 2, so where h equal to 3. So we got two h values here. Even k will be getting two values, so I can write this as k equal to 1 plus 3, or I can write k equal to 1 minus 3. So I can write k equal to 1 plus 3, which is 4. Here k equal to 1 minus 3, which is minus 2. So if at all we have to write the centers now, I can write here h comma k. The first center I'm writing it as minus 1 comma 4. So this is minus 1 and this is 4 as the first center. Or the second center we can write this as h comma k equal to, that is what, 3 comma minus 2. This is h and this is minus 2 as the k. So we got these centers, so that is both of the centers, or else we can write this as center 1, circle center 1, and this is center 2. So these are the centers of the circles we got. So now by using these particular centers we can easily find out the equation of the circles. So I can write here, therefore equation of the circle, so that is the equation is x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square equal to r square. So now here I'm just taking the first circle point and I'll just submit over here. Even we have the radius, which is root 13, so I can write here first circle, which is h comma k, that is minus 1 comma 4. So here in the place of h I will submit minus 1, in the place of k will submit 4, and also r, the radius is root 13, will submit, and we'll see what do we get. So I'll write here x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square equal to r square. So let's submit the value. This is x minus of minus 1 whole square plus y minus 4 whole square, and r is root 13 whole square. So now let's solve this forward. So I can write this as x, and this is minus 1 into minus 1, which is x plus 1 whole square, plus this is y minus 4 whole square. This root and square get cancelled, so we are just remain with 13. So this is in the form of a plus b whole square, and this is in the form of a minus b whole square. So I'll just write the formulas here. A plus b whole square is a square plus b square plus 2ab, and a minus b whole square is a square plus b square minus 2ab. So let's submit those values. So I can write this as x square plus 1 square plus 2 into x into 1, and this also I'll write y square plus 4 square minus 2 into y into 4 equal to 13. So let's do this. So I can write this as x square plus 1 plus 2x plus y square plus 4 square, in the sense it was 16, and this is c. If we just write, this is 2 into 4, which is 8y equal to 13. So let's write everything in sequence. So I can write this as x square plus y square plus 2x minus 8y and 1 plus 16, which is 17 minus 13 equal to 0 we are getting. So once we subtract this, and we'll write the final equation, which is x square plus y square plus 2x minus 8y, and this is 17 minus 13, where we'll be getting that as 4 equal to 0. So this is the equation of first circle. Alright, so let's find out the equation of one more circle. So I'll write here, therefore equation of the circle. So what was the equation? That is x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square equal to r square, whereas I'm just writing the points also, that is h comma k, which is the second point, 3 comma minus 2, whereas the radius is root 13. So let's submit over here and we'll see what do we get. So this I can write x minus 3 whole square plus y minus half minus 2 whole square, and this is root 13 whole square. So now if I just have to do this forward, I'll write this x minus 3 whole square plus y minus half minus plus, so this is y plus 2 whole square equal to square and root get cancelled, so I'm just remain with 13. So this is in the form of a minus b whole square, and this is in the form of a plus b whole square. So I'll write the formulas here. A minus b whole square is a square plus b square minus 2ab, whereas a plus b whole square is a square plus b square plus 2ab. So let's do this forward. So I can write this as x square plus 3 square minus 2 into x into 3. This is a minus b whole square. So let's do this a plus b whole square. So y square plus 2 square plus 2 into y into 2 equal to 13. So let's do this forward. X square plus 3 square is 9 minus 2 3s are, it is 6x plus y square. So this is 2 square is 4 plus 2 2s are 4, so this is 4y equal to 13. So let's write this in sequence. So I can write x square plus y square minus 6x plus 4y. This is 9 plus 4, which is 13, and if I bring this minus this 13 to this side, so this is becoming minus 13 equal to 0. So let's write the final equation, that is x square plus y square minus 6y plus 4y. So this plus 13 minus 13 get cancelled, so we are just remained with this particular equation. So this is the equation of the second circle. So let's write the conclusion. Therefore equations of two circles are, so the first circle equation is x square plus y square plus 2x minus 8y plus 4 equal to 0, and the second circle equation is x square plus y square minus 6x plus 4y equal to 0. So let's summarize the complete problem. If you see this figure, this is the first circle and this is the second circle, and they asked us to find out the equation of this first circle and equation of this second circle, whereas they have given this particular line and its equation where both of the circles were touching this particular line at this particular coordinate, which is 1 comma 1. So by using this, we found the 2 points, that is the center 1 and center 2 of the circles. The first center of the circle we got it as minus 1 comma 4 we got, that was the first coordinate which we got, and the second circle point, the center, we got it as 3 comma minus 2. So these are the points we got after solving, whereas by using that we even found the equation of the first circle and second circle. So the first circle equation is, that is x square plus y square plus 2x minus 8y plus 4 equal to 0. So this is the equation of this particular first circle, and the second circle equation also we found, that is x square plus y square minus 6x plus 4y equal to 0. So they asked us to find out the equation of these two circles with the given information, and we got the equations of the circles. So this is all about this particular question.